GM. Happy New Year all. I've just woken up. I've got a couple of hours before I need to actually be productive, so I thought I would try and squeeze in a couple of hours of my website. Let's spin up locally. So last time I added the streaming section, which unfortunately is working locally. However, if I look on production here, pretty sure it hits a 500. There's a 500 being thrown somewhere, so I need to work out why that is. One other thing I want to do is fire up what I worked on last time. As soon as my brain wakes up, pages, so we had an API, YouTube. Get 2 API calls. One gets the latest video, which is this, and the second gets my playlist, or at least up to a maximum of 5 playlists. However, this one has a quota cost of 100. This has a quota cost of 1. So I want to refactor this to reduce the quota cost. And it's this search. This is the most expensive. So I'm actually quietly watching this video in the background. Yeah, that's the insert to list. I don't want that. And I actually found this video through this Stack Overflow post. I just want to do this. So if we look at the YouTube data API, so here we have the quota costs. So for playlists, just trying to get the list playlist, which has a quota cost of 1. However, this search has a quota cost of 100, which is monstrous. So this, yeah, we need to video for all. That's what I want to do, right? So from the Stack Overflow post, it says you first need to get the ID of the playlist that represents the uploads from the user/channel. Specify the username. Specify mine equals true to get your own. I think I tried. I'm going to try this again, but I don't think this worked last time. Nope. You can specify the username or username. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let's do this. Here's mine, true. add read-only scopes there. Include part as content details to see the playlists. Part content details. Likes LL. So at the moment, I have YouTube open here. This is currently live. This should be my latest upload. That should be the video ID. So that's the video ID of what I'm looking for here. Which doesn't appear to be here. And the result related playlists will include likes and uploads. Grab the upload playlist ID. Also note the uploaded playlist ID is your channel prefixed with UU instead of UC. Channel ID prefixed with UU instead of UC. We have this. We have this. Which is the same, except the prefix is UU and UC. Get a list of videos in that playlist. There. Here we have my channel ID. Channel videos ID. Get a list of videos in that playlist. Okay. So if we get the playlist items endpoint, the snippet, and the playlist ID, I think is this. Oh, it's just spell checking it. Just results of 1. It's the ID I need here. Fours. This. Let's get rid of these at the moment. Just drop in the playlist ID. Content details, max result, playlist ID. Playlist not found. Well, it's because I put in the channel ID. Total results 34, results per page 1. Okay. Get latest video is going to be YouTube dot playlist items. Items. Think kind of let me use fields. Excuse me. Tried this method. Playlist items lists. Part. It's going to be the snippet. Filters. Optional parameters. Annoyingly, I can't use fields here. Oh well. Let's see what happens. Where was the try? There we go. Mark content details. Max results 1. We want to authenticate via here. Yeah, no, I want the snippet. Okay. Grab the snippet of the playlist ID and max results 1. Oh, actually, what did that return there? Video was 8ZRY9. Yeah, which is what I wanted. Cool. Data items. What does that give me? Kind e-tag. I think it's just items. Probably not. Then let's look at. Seems to be fine. Let's look at the streaming page. Get server-side props. Await, get this. So this is going to give us the response, and then we're going to format it. We could actually format it up here instead. Which is good because it means if it errors, we can just at least send back. So for the playlist, we can send an empty array, and then we can send an empty object for the video preview. Let's call this the latest video. Let's call this playlists. This will be preview. This will be a video preview. Endpoint. Just need to. Response there. Latest video. Returns latest video in playlist. Latest video. Just tidy up the naming a little bit there. Alright, what happens now if I console log this video? Yarn build. That's what we'll do. So we'll actually just keep that as is. And then what was the type of this playlist preview? Video preview. Naming, man. Playlist. This takes the longest. Okay, how's that looking? Build. Nice. Okay, so the build's successful. AJAMES.DEV. So we can see that there we go, video preview. LiveStream 10, publish that, description, and a URL. Nice, with a quota of 1 instead of 100. I've made my application 100 times more performant. It's good times. So, to work out why I get 500. I'm gonna cancel this. I'm gonna commit this. Yeah, seems fine. And then in here we added the playlist ID. Yeah. I'm just gonna add that as a single commit. Reduce latest video. Yeah. So just gonna discard these. Don't need that for just now. And I'm actually going to push this, and I'm going to deploy it. I'm curious if I get the same 500. Interesting. I should be able to do both at the same time, right? Let's look at the link here. VV. Yeah, that URL is incorrect. So data is correct. The URL is incorrect. I'm going to open helper function. It's the items ID. Let's just add a debugger here. I need to do a build to get that good. actually type these as well, which I'll just do. But let's do a yarn build. Then where's my endpoint? Video for the latest. Playlist item. Okay. It's good to know. I'm gonna need to rename that while I'm here. So let's go to streaming. Just don't exist. Playlist item, and this is just for that playlist, I think. Interesting. Schema. Oh, it's an array of. There's panic in there. There we go. Cool. So I should now be able to do. Expand this. Oop. You do a yarn build. Do a yarn dev. This is what I'm currently using, which is incorrect. Date. Item does. As title, description, else. It's because on the API I have said just give me this title description. Okay, so playlists list. Let's try this method. Excuse me. It's the snippet. The channel ID is this. Results is 5. Total results 2. That's cool. So here's a snippet. Publish that channel ID. Where is the video URL? Yeah. It's not that one that's wrong. 1 second. Sorry about that. It's this one that's wrong. It's the latest video. I think this one's correct. Yeah, there's the AJAMES.DEV playlist. And there's the Epic React playlist. So they're both correct. It's this one that's wrong. Just remove that. It's this response.id. Format playlist item. So let's try and do this without logs. We want to format the playlist item or snippet playlist ID. This the max results is 1, and we want to authenticate here. Kind ID. Is it deal channel ID? Where is it? Where is it? Really? You're not going to commit the URL? So, there we go. This is the one that I want. 8ZR. 8ZRY. That's what I'm looking for. Somewhere in here. There it is. Resource ID, video ID. Okay, so playlist item, description, resource ID. Love it. Good times. Okay, so that's that fixed. Also like that we typed the helper functions as well there. Yeah, that's me got all of them, right? So I'm going to close this. Oh, did I leave the login? Where are we? Helpers, YouTube. I think I got rid of it. Right, so we're going to do a yarn build. Hopefully there's no logs. Take the face off the screen. At least my second one. Push that. Deploy that. While that's deploying, I'm just going to do a yarn dev. Then boot this back up. So we've got the latest video and we've got my playlists. Okay, so I have a subscription button. I can now show my latest video. I've got my playlists. Blog. We're on 40 minutes. What am I going to do now? Let's go to personal here. Let's check this. Could add that. I think we're almost onto styling, to be honest. I think I'm going to remove this about section. Yeah. So here I have short and long. Let's tidy this up while this is building. Let's go to the home page. I think I actually want personal dot name. I actually want my name here rather than the website. I think I'm happier with that. I think. I'm going to make that a V-stack. The reason I'm going to do that is because I want to break everything. To align that center, and I want to maintain the gap here. There we go. So I've got a short form version, which is basically just like a splash screen, and then if I hit long, then it goes into the About tab, which is the same as clicking here. So this, at the moment, does the same as this. I think I'm just going to remove that for now. So we'll go to navigation. Boy, looks like it complete. It's going to be fine. Also going to be fine. This looks fine. This is going to 500. Don't know why. Now I'm 99% sure here. Oh, do I just need to push if I've connected? Maybe I don't need to deploy as well. Don't know. Why? You can view your error logs by going to the Versal dashboard, clicking on your project, view function logs. They are not persisted. Refresh the page and you'll see your 500 error. Thanks, Lee. Function logs. Log. Let's click streaming again. Google token, request token. Order routines. Okay, so this looks like something's failing. Get request, data async, Google Auth library. Unsupported. Cool. Do not store service accounts in environment variables. If you do, do not break the service account into pieces. Your code is failing because the client has been set up with bad credentials, most likely a corrupt private key. Interesting. I got the same issue and fixed it by replacing the raw character with the new line character. Probably you get the key as raw data from your environment. It's not treated as a new line character. String raw and join it with that. Well, stranger things have happened. So, I did not mean to do that. It's fine, we're here. I'm just going to quickly hide my browser. To here, to settings, environment variables. And unfortunately, I also need to mute or hide this. I'm just going to open. Here we go. Should be key. Seems fine. Close them down. Bring it back. Don't know if I need to do a new build. I force a build. So redeploy this. I redeploy. Only deployments created via Git can be redeployed. Production deployment, which includes a build. So let's, oh, fuck's sake. Did that not come from Git? That's annoying. This is a weird one. See ya. Do not store service accounts in environment variables. Fairly confident you corrupted the private key field on the stack trace. There's the build. I'm just gonna date MD. Get a push. Boy. Actually, do I need to do that now? I've connected it. There's update MD. Yeah, I'm gonna cancel this one. Hold on. Because that's now queued. And I think that's why the deploys were taking so long. Because I was pushing and it was deploying it. And then I was deploying via the CLI. So we'll see what happens once this has built. This, because it's unused. It's annoying. What's really annoying is it works locally. So I have my local environment variable, and then I have my actual environment variable that I've got stored on Vercel. And I just copy pasted it over. So somewhere along the way it's got corrupted. Don't know where. Google. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Yeah. Can I see my projects? Google Docs are always so unintuitive. Console? Looking in here, quick access. Create service account. Service accounts. There we go. Actions. Stable this. Manage keys. So there's a key. Type is a generated key. Fine. So if it wasn't, then it wouldn't work locally, right? Here. There we go. Okay. What's this crazy thing? This is firing at will, but give it a bash. Private key. It's going to be Google private key. Does not feel correct, but yeah. Let's see. Actually, think I only need this scope as well, so I'll trim that. Bigger fish to fry at the moment. Let's get rid of this. 500. I mean, I think we've all but concluded it's a corrupt key. Trying to fix. YouTube. The net. Just going to push that, and that should pop up here. Should pop up here. So confused. Do I need to trigger the build? Ah, so it's building here. Okay, there we go. Right, well, that's building. I'm just going to take a bathroom break. Back in 2 minutes. All right, back. Let's refresh this. Okay, so I've pushed to the main branch. That's so weird, man. Okay. I pushed to main, built it. Doesn't appear to have added it, which is kind of annoying. Don't know. Oh, wait, branch. Maybe it is. Main. Does that take me to the commit? Yeah, it does. Let's take a look at this. Checks, domains. See if it's fixed. It's not. This is a waste of a build. I am shocked that this didn't work. If you do store in an environment variable, do not break the service account into pieces. Base64 encode the entire service account. Store it in a variable. Base64 encode the entire service account. Let's see what ChatGPT thinks of this. How am I base64 encode a YouTube service? Create a new service account. Cool. Open the JSON file and copy it. Use a base64 encoding tool to encode the contents of the JSON file. There are many online tools that can do this, or you can use the following. Wow. May violate our content policy. Weird. Open the JSON file and copy the contents of the file. Use a base64 encoding tool to encode the contents of the JSON file. Or you can do this. Paste JSON here, -64. Store the base64 encoded value in an environment variable. You can use the following command. Echo paste JSON here, base64. So what if I do this? What if I do file, new file, test.json. To the desktop. A1, B2, and I've got that saved. Right, so we've just got an object with A and B1. Let's close this. And then let's grab this command. Then let's grab this object. Yeah, that's gonna freak because it's It all needs to be on one line. Base 64 encoding do. Decode from, simply enter your, oh no, I want to encode. Destination new line separator. Ah, is it because it's it? Useful for MIME, uses okay. Code files. Ooh. I don't really want to upload. Well, I'm gonna paste it anyway. Characters. Encode each line separately. The chunks. So that should be my encoded file. To decode. Can that just work? Next.js decode base 64. BTOA. Chrome version. Confirmation of operation with console of DevTool. BTOA. Okay. File, open file, show local. Coded text. Let's grab that. And then do ATOB. ATOB. Just gonna hide this. And caught reference error. It's cool. Okay. If I grab this and I hate hiding this. It's just I really don't want to expose any environment variables on a live stream, so you're just gonna have to bear with me. I'll try and talk my way through what I'm doing. At the moment, I'm going into my env.local. I'm creating a new environment variable called Google Service Account. Service account is going to be a base 64 encoded string. Sure if I need to wrap that in double quotation marks. I'm going to do it this time, and then if it fails, then I'll go to the other one. So we now have a Google Service account. So I think I can close that. And then I think I can bring VS Code back. And then on the YouTube page, I've get YouTube data. We have Google Auth, and that's using this. So const Google Service Account equals ATOB signature is deprecated. Process.env.Google Service Account. This function is only provided for compatibility with legacy and should never be used in new code, because they use strings to represent binary data. For code using Node APIs converting from base 64 encoded strings and binary data. Buffer from base 64. Deprecated, use this instead. Okay. So I'm gonna, here's my Google Service account. Should return a JSON object, which has a client. Which there's my private key. So we got here. Second, I'm just going to hide this while I open a sensitive file. Should give me client email. Key. Okay, close that. Let me clear this, and then let me bring everything back. It should be good now. From 64. Interesting. I think I want the other data. What does that give me back? Gives me a buffer. No, we don't want to remove it. Let's check this. JavaScript decode base 64 buffer. This is node. That will create a buffer. Can I do a .to string here? So that should decoding it. New buffer, data base 64. This is deprecated as well. Oh, what the fuck? You offer. Or dot. See what data I get back from here. I'm just gonna mute this. Just doing a build here, and I want to see what comes back from the log whenever I create this buffer. Okay. Data is giving me what I need here. JSON. There. So the data seems fine, and the client data, private key, should be able to get that from JSON.parse data. That's a string. To parse this, it should give me this. I don't want client data, I want client email. See. my email. Nice. That's worked. The key. So I'm gonna remove this. And I'm gonna do one thing at a time. Shouldn't need this log anymore. Buffer from this environment variable base64. This should be able to live here. I wonder if this is going to work. Constants, we've got YouTube. Export const Google service account. I wrap this. Can I just say JSON.parse? Buffer from process environment variable, the Google service account, convert it as base64, and then parse it as JSON. Google service account. Just want to be explicit here. I can get rid of this. Okay. Well, first thing I suppose is we're on a yarn dev. Let's get some logs up just in case. Oh, that's a good start. Each child should have a unique key prop. We can come back to that. Streaming. Looks like it's worked. So, oh, that's the key. One thing I'm going to have to do is just mute my browser. I'm going to go into Vercel. I'm going to go to Settings. I'm going to update my environment variables. So I'm going to need to add a new one called Google Service Account. Quickly mute this too. Sorry for all the muting. Open my encoded file. Grab string. I'm going to paste that in. Well, you can actually import a file. That's fine. I'm going to save this for just now. That's good to know. Google Service Account, and let's see if that works. Close this. Close this. And I'm going to commit. And I'm just going to make sure I've got everything hidden. Should be good. Let's bring everything back. Should probably commit it first. What did I do? Replace envar with encoded service account. Push that up. Alright, so we've pushed that up. This is building. I want to see what happens when this is built. I got a good feeling about this. If this doesn't work, I've got no fucking idea. Okay. Try to fix this. The deployment should be here. Deployment status ready. Domains. This should be main. One thing I could add during development is like, I don't know, a little box here that shows me like latest commit, and it'll always show me what's up to date here. It's 500. Yes! Oh, we got there, right. Cool. Oh, we're gonna need some sort of loading state there, but oh, thank goodness for that. They had me in the first half. Cool. So, two things here. One, I've actually got this rendering in production now. Let's just check and make sure there's no nasty... Yeah, no nasty logs there. And the second point is I've significantly reduced the quota cost as well, because this no longer costs one. This costs 1 now instead of 100. I've also fixed this URL working. Oh yeah. Right. That is good times. So it ended up just being a corrupt key that for some reason worked locally. Didn't work when I deployed it to Vercel. I think it was the line endings. Who knows? That's good to know. I've removed this. We've got the short and long. I've got my name here. I might put a picture or something. Nice. So I've now got a landing page. I've now got some long form text. I might put an image here. Depends how vain I'm feeling. I now have a blog, which is here. Now I have my personal blog, which is here. I now have a streaming page, which is here. And I now have my CV, which is here. That's pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Oh, one thing I'm going to do. Blog. Something on the blog page is missing a key. What is missing a key? We're mapping over this. Ooh. Key of I. It's never good. Post is a blog post. You're going to show me what that is? Oh. There's posts coming from. There's no. How do I get to this? There we go. That's going to be an array. Cover, properties, date. Slug, I suppose. Yeah. Let's do post.slug. Slug does not exist on blog post. Properties. Type slug is not. Ugh. It's not what we want. We want that. Let's get rid of that. That probably won't fix the error, but it's better than using the index. And that was what was probably causing the images. No, it's not. Anyway, that should be better because the index would remain the same there. Yeah, that's a good one to fix actually, because the index would be the same for personal and professional. Whereas the slug will be unique. Does that get rid of my error? Loading initial probes cancelled. No, still doing it. Check the render method of the preview. So the preview is missing a key. Log tags. It's just going to be an array. Tags.multiselect, which is just an array of strings and pressure. This is a cheeky way of just getting a quick log. This will always return a falsy value, so it will always hit the fallback. So if I log blog tag here, delete this, should get the log and it should still render. So we've got an ID here, a name, and a color. So I'm going to use ID here. Just revert that. That should remove the error. There we go. It's blog. So. I've got 25 minutes left. What am I going to do? I suppose I could. I'll look at this. I'm gonna have a main type. I think. What do I want here? What do I want? If I come in here, we have live streaming a tech meetup. Let's get one with a longer title. Here we go. And then we're going to put this into responsive mode. Here we go. So if I do this, interestingly, yeah, see, we've got stuff like that. That widowed word on the end here. I want to get rid of that. And this came out recently, which I'm going to give a shot. Let's just... So it's... Nice. React wrap balancer. Import balancer is the default export. Oh, excuse me. Let's open the blog ID page and this title here. I want the balancer inside the semantic tag, so I think I want balancer here. Let's just import that. Let's do a yarn dev. It renders first. Nice, that's a good start. See how that's centered it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So it will eventually widow, I suppose. Centered. Yeah, that's cool. That was fast. Can I add that anywhere else? I'm just going to add it on the home page as well. That's never going to go down to one line, but actually, let's see. Yeah, like there. I wonder, when did that go down? 3, 3, 4. Let's go to home page. Page. It's the home page. Let's just add balancer here. Does that know where to find this yet? I think it's because it's not a named export. Yes, it's actually made it worse. Cool. Okay. Yeah, okay. Just keep that. Anything in here that I would want? No, but there is one layout thing that I want to fix here, and that is if I go to mobile, this has a wrap on it. This has a wrap, so if I come down to something's particularly long, oh, are these all gone? iPhone SE. This wraps nicely. Good. Title, company, location, and then duration. However, this is still on one line because it all fits. And I would rather it was consistent. So, let's close. Actually, let's commit this. What's it called? React wrap balancer. Close everything. Should be good here. So here we have the CV. And let's find it. We're looking for experience, which I think we were at actually. Here we go. Here's experience, separator. Here's our employment. Here's our location and display name. So that's here. And here's the date, right? So we've got the date here. Interestingly, that is part of this H stack, and we're allowing it to wrap. It's been a while since I've messed with the layout components, but I'm going to go to components and I'm going to go to layout. Here I have this box and I have flex variants on each of these. Flex variants have flex grow, wrap, align, justify, gap. I'm going to add one more here. I'm going to add direction. I'm going to have direction row, which will be flex direction row. I'm going to add column, which is going to be flex direction column. So I've added this variant to the flex variants. And in doing so, I should now be able to add a direction prop onto these layout components. What would be a good way of demonstrating that? Something small. Here we have an H stack where I believe, here we have an H stack, right? Justified content space between, and we're on a row. If I pass direction equals vertical, nothing happens. Because it's row or column. I say column. Now it stacks it. However, that looks a bit rubbish because I'm saying give me a horizontal stack that is a column. And I don't want that. So, because a horizontal stack should always be a row. So I'm going to remove this for now. And I'm going to remove... I'm going to remove all of it. Fuck it. Excuse my language. I'm going to make this a box. Okay, so now we have a box, and the first thing I'm going to do is align items. And let's center them. I think I actually want it to be flex end, which I might run into trouble later, but we'll see. It's interesting that sits ever so slightly lower. Anyway, justify content. Before I do that, this is a box. However, we should be styling it mobile first, right? So, direction, column. So now we've got them stacked, and we'll add a gap. One. Go. And that looks good, right? So that stacks. Everything looks fine there. Then I'm going to go to tablet. From here, I want it to be a row. So I'm going to say direction. Cheating a little bit here, but if I grab this, initially I want it to be a column, and then on tablet I want it to be a row. So we should be here. So if I go back to iPhone, we should still be in a column. And if I go to this, if I go to an iPad, I should be here. So all that leaves is, let's align the items. Accept. Just want to make sure. That's what I want to make sure. So break 2 here, breakpoint 2. I want this to be flex end on tablet, and initially like start. Yeah. I'm going to create justify content as well. Initially I want it to be flex start, and at breakpoint 2 I want it to be space between. This should remain constant here, and now when I go to the iPad, boom, it should split along. So I'm basically forcing it every time it comes down here. Instead of wrapping, I'm forcing it into a column at this point. Ultimately, I think I'm going to replace all my H stacks and V stacks with a box that has a direction property. What I'm curious to see is if I remove the initial here, then it only applies these styles at that breakpoint. So this should still be okay. Yeah, nice. And then there we go. Nice. Okay, I'm happy with that. And the last thing before I finish up is I'm going to add a little bit more space between these. So gap. I think I'm just going to make this 4. No, I'm not. Experience. Did I remove the wrong one there? It should be the position. The gap here. Should be this one, right? Do I actually want... Ah, there's a gap here, that's why. If I add any extra gap here, it will appear here as well. I'm going to add a V-stack here. Just to move that key. So if I add a gap of 10 here. Just kind of shooting from the hip here at the moment. What if I move that out? So that should have consistent spacing there, and then it just adds more of a gap here. just add a consistent 4 here. I think I actually need more. Just here. Just gonna go the full 10. Yeah, nice. It just separates it. Yeah. Perfect. Maybe 8. Let's go with 8. That's just been annoying me every time I check my site after I deploy. I always get annoyed when I check the CV section. Okay. Direction variant. Fix the experience spacing. There we go. And that will do for today. Push that. Deploy. While that's deploying, we'll do a yarn dev, and then run over what I covered today. So today, I did a couple of things. Number 1, I removed the about link from the main navigation. Number 2, I fixed the streaming quota usage on the latest video. Instead of using the search endpoint, I'm now using the playlist item, and I've reduced the quota from 100 to 1. I fixed my environment variables, passing a corrupted private key to the Google authentication when it was deployed in production. I've now base64 encoded the service account and then decoding it and extracting the property keys. So that's cool, and that's now working in production as well. I finally updated the CV, just a little bit of layouts here, where I have a row here, and if I go into mobile, then I have this forced into a column. I also added some spacing between the posts, and on the blog posts, I also added the React wrap balancer, which means on long titles like this, it centers the title nicely and prevents any widowed words from coming down. Productive session. What are we doing? We're queued up for a build. I think that's because that's building in the moment. I'm just going to go in here. Finally, I'm going to go to settings, environment variables, and then I no longer need these ones. So I can remove this. Because now everything is going through this service account. Good times. Alright, thanks for watching. Catch you next time.